When my wife Melissa didn't come home that night, I told myself not to panic. She'd said she was out with coworkers celebrating the end of a big project. I trusted her. Or maybe I just needed to. By midnight, her phone went straight to voicemail. By 2 a.m., I was pacing the living room, staring at our wedding photo on the wall, the one where her smile looked effortless, from before lies ever lived between us. Morning arrived with the heavy stillness only heartbreak brings. I brewed coffee I didn't drink and watched the driveway, waiting for her headlights. Nothing. Then my phone buzzed. It wasn't from her, but from an unknown number. The message was short, almost clinical. You deserve to know the truth. Check room 407 at the Lakeview Hotel. My stomach turned to ice. The Lakeview was just across town, the kind of quiet place couples use to disappear. I grabbed my keys and drove without thinking, my mind scrambling for excuses. Maybe she crashed after drinking. Maybe she was helping someone. But deep down, I already knew. The receptionist didn't even blink when I asked for room 407. "Oh, Mr. Carter," she said politely. "Your wife just checked out." My wife? The words felt poisonous. I asked if she'd left anything behind. The woman hesitated, then handed me a sealed envelope. Inside was Melissa's wedding ring and a note that read, "I'm sorry. Please don't look for me." I sat in my car for what felt like hours, staring at that ring, everything we'd built, our 5-year marriage, the house, the plans for children, suddenly felt like someone else's life. When I finally turned my phone back on, another message appeared, this time from Melissa's number. "You'll hate me when you find out, but I need to tell you before someone else does." I froze, waiting. Seconds later, it hit like a hammer to the chest. "I've been seeing someone. It's David from your office." David, my coworker, my friend, the man I'd recommended for a promotion last month. My pulse roared in my ears as disbelief and rage collided. I remembered introducing them at a company dinner, how easily they laughed, how natural it seemed. I thought it was harmless. I thought she was happy. Looking back, the signs were there, the way she dressed up for girls' nights, the text she hid when I entered the room. I just didn't want to believe it. That day, I didn't go to work. I couldn't. I drove to the lake instead, the same one where I proposed 3 summers earlier. The irony burned. I tossed a stone into the water and watched it disappear, wishing the pain could vanish just as easily. Then another text came through, this time from David. "She told you. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean for this to happen." I stared at the screen, shaking. I didn't reply. There was nothing left to say. 2 days later, Melissa came home. She didn't knock, just walked in like she still belonged there. Her eyes were red, her face pale. "I had to see you," she said softly. "Please, let me explain." I didn't move. I just looked at her, memorizing the face I thought I knew. "Explain what?" I asked quietly. "That you slept with my coworker? That you left your ring in a hotel?" She started to cry, but I felt nothing, just emptiness. "It wasn't supposed to happen," she whispered. "We were just talking. I felt lonely. You were always working." I cut her off. "Don't you dare blame this on me." The silence stretched between us, heavy and final. She reached for me, but I stepped back. "Melissa," I said, my voice breaking, "you made your choice. You texted me the end of our marriage. There's no coming back from that." She collapsed onto the couch, sobbing, saying she'd made a mistake, that David didn't love her, that he told her to leave me and then changed his mind. I wanted to feel satisfaction, but all I felt was sorrow, not for her, but for the man I used to be. I took the ring from my pocket, placed it on the table beside her, and walked toward the door. Before leaving, I turned and said, "You told me not to look for you. Don't worry, I won't." I walked out, leaving her crying in the silence she created. That night, I checked into a small apartment downtown. I blocked her number. Weeks later, I learned David had been fired. Word travels fast at the office. Melissa tried to reach out again, but I never answered. I didn't need closure. I already had it the moment I read that text. Because sometimes the truth doesn't break you, it frees you.